Hi and welcome to Cinema in 1945 to 1950. 1945 marks the end of World War II, and this really affects the cinematic world. After the war, there are many films about the post World War II time period, and one of the most famous films being The Best Years of Our Lives, and it is released in 1946, which is actually the post World War II time period because it is a year after the war. It turns out that this film is actually the number 6 most viewed film in the UK. The film reflects the real life post World War II period. The director Samuel Goldwyn got inspired to direct this film after reading the Times magazine about how hard it is for people from war to adjust to their daily lives. Many of the viewers came to feel the film's connection during that time, which results this to be the sixth most viewed film of all time in the UK. Italian director Roberto Rossellini directed a film called Open City in 1945, and it is a documentary-like landmark film. It was a gritty and realistic post-war film set in the underworld of wartime resistance, with the use of on-location cinematography, grainy low-grade black and white film stock, and untrained actors in improvised scenes. 3 years later, in 1948, the film Bicycle Thieves is released in Italy. This film is about a father who got a very good job in Italy. And actually, during that time, which is in the post World War II period in Italy, it is very hard to find a job because there is many workers in Italy, but the number of jobs are very limited. Suddenly, a man stole his bicycle, and he is required to have a bicycle in order to work in his current job. This film shows how, in the post-war period in Italy, how the not only the economical conditions are harsh, but also the moral conditions. Both the film Open City and Bicycle Thieves is similar since they are part of the Italian neorealism time period. This period is actually very significant because this period is a film movement where in Italy, films about the post World War II period are released, showing the audience the harsh and agonizing environment, political and moral situations in Italy that the working class are facing. The movement is further powered by the use of non-professional actors. This way, it is actually further pushes the audience that the situations are faced by many other working class in Italy. One of the most memorable Christmas film is released in 1948 and it is called It's a Wonderful Life. This film is very significant because it actually came to be one of the most played Christmas film till today. Every Christmas time, the television in America always shows this film because many people love it. It's a Wonderful Life came to be one of the most loved film in America and also one of the most inspirational film of all time. In the 1940s, the panacea for escape from the horror and weariness of the war years was provided by film musicals and their elaborate production numbers, simplistic plots, and music. Post-war films reflected the desire of audiences to put the war behind them. In 1945, the year of the war's end, 6 of the top 10 box office films were all musicals. Hollywood enjoyed its greatest financial year in history in 1946. an all-time peak in annual box office receipts at $4.5 billion was achieved. In 1948, Alfred Hitchcock directed a film called Rope, and this is actually his first color film using the technology Technicolor. And not only that, this is his first collaboration with James Stewart, and later on, they will collaborate more in many more films. In this film, this is a very special film because he experimented a lot in this film. He changed some of his previous cinematic styles. One of them, and especially one of them, being the cinematography. In this film, there is only a total of 10 shots, and each shot is at least 10 to 15 minutes. This is really, and originally Alfred Hitchcock actually wanted to do one film using only one single shot, but because of the limited technology during that period, there is only a film, and the film has limited stock to record the video. One other things that he experimented is that most of the time when he wanted to have the transition between the first shot and the second shot, it is hard for the audience to differentiate between the first shot and the second shot between the transitions. This part of the scene is actually, this is a transition between the first shot and the second shot. What he does is, the camera dollies in and closes up to the guy's black garments. And then, during that millisecond of the black scene, there is a transition to the second shot. And in this way, the audience will not know that it is actually a different shot than the first one, which is pretty cool. In 1950, Japanese director Akira Kurosawa directed a film called Rashomon. And this film is known for a plot device which involves various characters providing alternative, self-serving, and contradictory versions of the same incident. And later on, the term Rashomon effect refers to real-world situations where multiple eyewitness testimonies of an event contain conflicting information. One other significance of the film Rashomon is that this film marked the entrance of Japanese film onto the world stage, because it won several awards, including the Golden Lion at the Venice Film Festival in 1951 and an Academy Honorary Award at the 24th Academy Awards in 1952, and is now considered one of the masterpieces in film history. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.